effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency.
Let's go!
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
The curses, the plagues, is it all a dream? Nope. The curfew, the troops, the world's on quarantine. Damn. The social, the 6 degrees of separation. The troubles of Jacob, the need for preparation. My vision is focused, I won't speed a rush. And if there's hate in your blood, then you need a flush. Yes, the priest is back, the Most High be praised. I'm making them sick, this song is 5G waves. As real as they come, won't find no fugazi. A man amongst men, so Gail and Oprah hate me. And Jesus had Warren, Paul wrote letters to Corinth. And Esau is red, and Donald Trump is orange. The faces, the gestures, that cat is so comedic. Corona, the virus, the plagues is sent on Egypt. We were slaves, led away to other gods. I ain't preaching shy, I'm killing them with current laws.
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
The riches, the fame, is it all for Skrilla? The mask and the gloves so COVID doesn't kill you. The panic, the fear, the news is so fallacious. The Isley, the brothers, they say it's so contagious. The doctors, the nurses, the need for ventilators. The 1,200 cash they gave to stimulators. The signs and the warnings, don't forget the scriptures. Prevention and cure funded by special interests. Still in the streets, surely. Some say that he's worldly. Flow is sick like why Tekashi got released early. The judges, the lawyers, they say there's no defense. Season 8 Game of Thrones, cause it don't make no sense. And that's the rundown, TV is saturated. The fear is the push to get us vaccinated. We were slaves, led away to other gods. I ain't preaching shy, I'm killing them with current laws.
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky,
like I said,
I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
Good afternoon. How is everybody doing? How are you guys doing? How is everyone doing? Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? Okay. All right. I'm trying to fix things up here. Comments. Let's go back to the comment section. Listen, if y'all are in the building, say hello to a sister, man. I have a guest on today. Okay? Yep, I have somebody here today, and I'm going to be interviewing them. So, if you guys are in the building, which I can see y'all, just say hello, man. Say hello and hit the like button. While you are here, hit the like button and say hello. Have a little respect. All right. So listen, guys. So today, you guys see the topic. So today I have a guest. Hello, Sister Elizabeth. How are you, girl? Well, I cannot answer the phone. I'm on the live. So I have a guest today, right? Hi, how are you? Hi, brother Uncle Claude. How you doing? Okay, hold on. Yes, we're live. We are live. Yeah, okay. So I have a guest that I'm bringing on today, guys, and our guest is going to talk us through an experience he has a few months ago in the hospital. Mhm. We are going to be very careful with certain words that we say because we know our channels are getting taken down from YouTube's and Facebook and all this social media. They're removing our pages and our groups and our videos and our channels. So there are certain words that we can't say, like the C word and the this word and that word. So we're going to use some code words here. All right. And I'm gonna let my guests know that when he get on in the live. Hello, how is everyone doing? All right. So we're not gonna stay long because he's busy, I'm busy. So I'm just gonna bring him in. Let's see here. All right. You are live, my brother Hammer. You're live. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay, good. We are live.
Okay.
Okay. So we're here today. We're not going to stay long because I know you're busy. You're out on the road, right? And I kind of caught you at a not so good time. But we're going to go through this quickly. And so you can, I know you have a lot to do. So you're here because I've been wanting to get you on here for a while. Let me just say this, okay? So you went through something last year and it was very horrific. And I want you to share your experience with my audience and let them know what happened to you last year. So last year you found yourself in the emergency room. We're not going to say which hospital. I don't know if you want to say it, but that's not really necessary. But you found yourself in the hospital, and from there, you found yourself battling for your life, right? You barely made it out alive. Right. So tell us, how did you end up in the hospital in the first place?
Well, I usually work out every day, and the last couple of days I was running, and it took me a little longer than usual, and I was feeling dizzy.
You're
So
feeling dizzy.
right, and I had a
Okay.
fever for at least a week, and usually a fever usually leaves me in a day.
You're kind of breaking up. I can't really hear you. You're kind of breaking up a little bit.
You wanna let's see. I think if you call, it would be strong. I think I don't know.
All right, go ahead. Let's see if we can get through it. Go ahead. So you were running and you got a little bit dizzy.
Right. So I didn't like that I got dizzy. So one day I'm in the car and I'm with my daughters, and I told my daughters, you know what? Tell your mother that you're gonna take me to the hospital because um, I don't feel I feel dizzy. Now keep in mind that where I work out at, they spray a lot of these chemicals. And I don't know. I'm not saying that I got it from that or something like that, but um, they spray a lot of stuff in the air. But anyway, I came to the hospital and they asked me if I had trouble breathing. I said, no, I don't have no trouble breathing. I just feel dizzy.
So okay, let me in case the audience didn't hear you. You were feeling a little bit dizzy, and you went to the hospital.
Right.
They started asking you if you were having respiratory problem, and you were not. Correct? Right. And so you told them that you're not having respiratory problem, you just feeling dizzy. Was there
Right.
any other symptoms you were feeling? Just dizziness?
Dizziness, and I had a fever. I
Okay,
just
so dizziness and a fever. Right. You were feeling dizzy and you had a fever,
right.
but you weren't experiencing any respiratory like shorter breath or anything like that. No.
No.
Okay. So okay, go ahead. And so then what happened?
So I went to the hospital. Next thing you know, they admit me.
You were
Said,
admitted.
and pretty much tell me that I'm gonna be admitted. It looks like I have COVID. They said it looks like I have COVID. They never said I had COVID. They said it looks like I have COVID. So after they took me in, and when they took me in, they ran tests, and they ran tests. But the test, here's the thing, um, they couldn't tell me if I had corona. They didn't want to. I mean, it was like pulling teeth.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hammer. We're gonna try not to say the C word or the, we're gonna.
Okay, yes, yes, yes,
Well,
yes.
we can use the word plague for now. Okay.
Right, right.
Yeah, we can use the word plague because
Okay,
I don't, they're trying to remove our channels if we
right, right.
say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go
Not
ahead.
tell me I had something. Okay, so I was asking if I had it or not, and they said no. We think 95% you have it. I said, have what? They said, well, we don't know. Okay, so I kept asking them. Finally, they didn't really give me okay that I had something or not. They just told me, yeah, we think you have it. So we stayed with that.
So I'm sorry.
Okay,
So you're saying that
confirm.
they did not confirm whether or not you had the plague. They didn't
They,
tell you you were not diagnosed with anything.
they're doing. They did the same thing like a lot of people do and say it's 95% you do have it.
Hmm.
Okay, that's what they told.
And at this point, you're still not having any type of respiratory condition, no shorter breath, nothing like that. Okay. And so what happened after that? You said they immediately put you on a respirator,
We're going to respirate.
even though you weren't having any respiratory conditions.
Right. They
Really?
put me on the respirator, and I still told them I'm not happy, which is strange to me. But they put me on the. They said they need to put me on there because they said my oxygen was low. Okay, and they said that they had to put me on that. But what's funny is that even though they put me on that, they started asking me about putting me on the ventilator already. And they mentioned it and said, we may have to put you on the ventilator. I said, no, that's not going to happen. The ventilator is not going to happen. I'm not doing no ventilator. So they insisted that I needed a ventilator. And I asked them, why do I need a ventilator? I'm breathing fine. Okay. They felt that they said, well, you're going under, next thing you know, I'm going under 90% of oxygen in my lungs, they said. So I said, okay, but just feed me oxygen then. Why do I got to go to a ventilator? How does that help you to get better? And they couldn't really explain to me why going to a ventilator. I was confused. I thought ventilators was for somebody that can't really breathe too well. Okay, and I mean it's Diane. So why am I being trying to be off of the ventilator? They finally tried to push it again. They tried to say, okay, you don't want to go on a ventilator. I said, no, I do not want to go on a ventilator. I do not need a ventilator. And they would really get mad that I didn't want to go on a ventilator.
So at this point, they're just pretty much just forcing you to go on a ventilator, even though you weren't having any type of respiratory condition. Now,
They were very vigilant and
right,
put me on a ventilator. They wanted me on a ventilator.
gotcha.
Okay.
At
So,
some point, your condition got worse.
right. So, soon as I mean, when I got there, I was able to walk with no problem.
Hmm.
But there's certain things they didn't want me to do. Number one, they didn't want me to drink water.
Getting right.
They didn't want me to drink water. They wanted me to stop drinking water. I said,
However,
they told me they don't know how the virus is, how the virus acts.
but at some point they offered you, was it ice cream or pizza? You said they offered you.
They offered me cheesecake and said I have
They
to eat.
offered you what?
They offered me cheesecake.
Oh, cheesecake. They offered you cheesecake, but they refused to give you water.
Right.
Aha.
And I tell you of one thing that was very confusing. Um, they would um suffocate. It would suffocate.
All right. Brother Hammer, you I can't see you. You're gonna have to stop moving around the computer. I can't see you no more.
Can you
Okay.
see me now?
Yes, you're better.
Okay.
Okay. I was wondering what was going on because I know your daughters was back there trying to do something because I can see them on my screen. I
You're
said I
my
know one of
assistant.
them was trying to do something. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're my assistants. So,
All right. You're better. You're actually better now. Actually, yeah.
okay.
Okay. So they offered you cheese. This blew my mind when you told me this. I couldn't believe it. So you were not allowed to drink water. So you were highly
Well,
dehydrated.
I'm not gonna say I wasn't allowed. They didn't want to give me
They
water.
want to
I
give it
guess
to you.
they was looking to slow down my water intake because
Right.
they're saying that, oh, you can't drink a lot of water because we don't know what it's gonna do against the virus. I said, well, I
But
mean, well,
the cheesecake is better against the virus.
okay. They got me to try to eat all the time, but for some reason, when I didn't feel good, I can't eat. So I didn't. It's from the time I was there, I just drank water. But they wanted to stop me drinking for water, which is strange. Then what else was strange? They would not moisturize my nose. My nose was like dried up,
Uh-huh.
dry, completely dry. So much so it started going into my throat. Okay,
Your
and
throat
then
starts to get dry.
I threw up all this blood. So
Oh
then
wow.
they said, okay, well, wait a minute, we got to find out what this is. So you can't drink water. We can give you ice chips but no water. So I said, wait a minute. I said, I know what it is. You have not moisturized my nose. They go, well, we got to find out what it is. You could be bleeding internally. Well, how can I be bleeding? I said, that don't make sense. He said, well, you could be bleeding internally. I said, it's my nose. It turned out, long story short, it turned out to be my nose, like I told them. They did the test.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, oh, the doctor said, oh, I'm sorry, we were wrong. But they tried to kick me from water. They didn't want me to drink
Mm-hmm.
water. Okay? And
At
that
any
was the thing.
at any point, Mr. Hammond, at any point, were you asked to lay on your stomach for long periods of
Oh,
time?
yes. When I got into the hospital, the nurses were like, lay on your stomach. It's better to lay on your stomach. Because
Even though they thought you were having, even though you told them you're not having respiratory condition, but they
right,
insist that you were, and they're asking you to lay on your stomach.
they they told me to lay on my stomach most of the time. Lay on my stomach. If you can lay on your stomach, that'd be great. So, but I didn't lay on my stomach because I'm like, why would I turn around all day and lay on my stomach? I said, I'm not gonna do.
Well,
You got to tell me
Well,
a reason why.
it's being brought to my attention by medical staffs that and this is a new protocol that just started since this whole plague started, that they
Mhm.
are doing something in the hospitals now called proning, and this is new. This is not something that they've always done, I was told. And this is where the plague patients, when they come into the hospital, one of the first thing that they are told to do
Doing.
is to
Okay.
lay flat on their stomach.
Mm,
Majority of these patients are having respiratory conditions. They can barely breathe. And what is very confusing to experienced nurses, right,
right.
is why are these doctors asking patients who are experiencing respiratory condition to lay on their stomach? We all know you. I mean, you don't have to be a medical professional to know that you're having respiratory condition. You want to prop the patient up so they can breathe properly, not lay them flat on their stomach. Some of these patients are overweight, so you're laying an overweight patients on their stomach when they can barely breathe makes no
Right.
sense. But so there's something strange going on here, but go ahead.
One thing was strange is that they offer me different medications. You know, oh, you want this, you want that. I said no, and I took one medication. They told me that it was supposed to be experimental, and I told them no because I want to know what's going on in my body. I felt that if you're gonna put something in my body, I need to know. What they did do is they took a lot of blood from me.
Mhm.
Every second they was sticking me with a needle to take blood.
And at
They
this point,
wanted
they still can't tell you what's wrong.
at this point they
And at
still
this
can't tell me
point, the
wrong.
only symptoms you're experiencing is a little bit of dizziness, you said, and fever.
Yeah, it was dizziness. I,
Dizziness and fever. Right.
that's the only thing mostly I think I'm gonna tell you this. I think I got worse in the hospital. And that's my honest opinion. I didn't get better. When I got better is when I came out the hospital. Now, I'm not saying these people did anything wrong, but it's very suspicious that I got worse in the hospital and not better. When I left the hospital, I could not walk. And that's, you know, when you come out of the hospital, you expect to get better when you're in the hospital. They didn't start trying to rehab me. They tried to make me spend more time in the hospital than I wanted to spend. So, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm just letting you talk. I'm here.
Okay.
Yes. Hmm.
I was gonna make sure you didn't go away.
No, no, no. I'm here. Yeah.
Anyway, they it was very strange. And then after they don't want you you don't want to go on a ventilator, they want you to sign anything. And I was like, no, 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 I'm not signing anything. I'm not giving my rights away. So why would I
Signing.
sign?
What are they
They wanted
asking you to sign?
they wanted me to sign this. They said that if I don't go on a ventilator, they said I'm agreeing that they can if something happens, they don't have to bring me back to life. Resuscitate me. This is what they want me to sign. So they wanted me to sign that. I said, well, we don't have no agreement. So if you don't have no agreement, why would I sign that? And if you unless this ventilator is 100%, you're giving your advice, your opinion. Okay, opinion is not fact. So I can't sign that because it's not. There's no facts here. You want me to sign on? So they stopped asking me to
Did
sign.
they ever give you any reason as to why they want you on a ventilator?
They said, actually, no. I'm gonna say it straight up. They never said this is gonna save your life or something. They just said we're gonna put you on a ventilator. Matter of fact,
Were
if
you ever diagnosed with the plague?
no,
So you weren't not diagnosed with anything.
I was told when I left the hospital that's what I had, the plague. Okay, when I left the hospital.
When what do you mean?
Okay, when they signed me out of the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
you know that normally they give you another test.
Right.
Okay, they didn't give me another test to see if
If
I
you
have it or not.
right.
They let me go, but
Uh-huh.
it never was cleared up if I had the corona. It never was cleared up. I asked them if I have the corona. They told me,
But we're gonna say plague.
oh,
It's okay.
plague, plague. I'm so
Right.
sorry, plague.
Right.
Right, the plague. They thought I had the They kept saying that I do got the plague, 95%. I think that's the number. They always picking the 90s. But what I can understand is that if you have 95%, where are you getting these numbers from? Who are you testing to say it's 95% works? Now, they told me that most people are going on ventilators. And I said, so what? They're not me. And it was very strange in the hospital.
So you're saying you went into the hospital, wasn't you say what you're saying is that you went into the hospital and your condition worsened when you went into the hospital,
Yes. I'm
um,
saying that the
from
person,
before you went in, and then and it was worse. It was your condition improved after you got out.
after I got out, I mean, that's the God honest truth. After I got out, that's when I improved. I mean, I couldn't walk when I left there. So all they wanted to do was let me stay there so they could run
So
tests.
what?
And
Well, I mean, you don't have to give your medical diagnosis, but did they give you any diagnosis?
um, no, they just asked me questions. They asked me,
There was, I mean, when you go to a doctor or a hospital, whatever, they do all this test and and then you leave their care.
they
There's supposed to be a
the
diagnosis. What's the underlying illness?
diagnosis
What?
was okay. The diagnosis in the paperwork was I
Mhm.
had the plague on the
That's what
paperwork.
they told you. That's what's on the paper.
The paperwork said I had the plague.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
but they did not mouth to me that you have the plague.
When you were there, right?
Right. They never really mouthed to me. They just said 95%.
That's what they put on the paperwork.
Right. So
Right.
I asked them too, if you can you X-ray the coronavirus? Can you isolate it? The plague. I mean the plague. Can you isolate this plague? Isolate it. They couldn't isolate the plague. So that's why I have a problem with it because I wanted it to be isolated to see. Now, I'm not saying that I had a strange. It was a strange. I had some plague, but I don't know what plague it was.
Hmm.
Okay, I don't know. I can't really say, and I can't say um, what they did. I would put it this way: I can't go to court and testify to say they did this or did that.
Right.
All I can say is that I was in the bed, okay, and they just gave me medication and took blood from me.
At one point, your family was not allowed to see you
No
at
point.
all. Your wife, your children.
No point. They did not let them in at all. The
Uh
only
huh.
time, even when I was leaving, they had to meet me downstairs in the car. They could
Hmm.
not go. They could not go into where I was. They
And
had
their excuse is that what was the
their
excuse?
excuse is that they might catch the coronavirus. So
They might catch the plague.
right.
So, but they weren't
Like,
afraid. It's all right.
like,
They
yeah.
weren't afraid that when you get out, you might give the plague to your family?
Right.
Because you said you were still in a worse condition when you left, correct?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say nothing to my family, but the people, friends I was around,
Mm-hmm.
okay, all the friends I was came in contact when I was around,
Mm-hmm.
none of them caught the coronavirus for me. I mean, the plague. Nobody caught the plague for me. Nobody caught that plague. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I'm not um any medical. I don't have a lab. I don't know what's what, so I can't really um say anything about anything. But I know that didn't happen.
Now, let me
You know,
ask you a question, brother. When you left the hospital, tell us, was there any symptoms that you experienced after you left the hospital? And the reason I'm asking you this, from what I'm hearing, and this is coming from the inside
hmm
of these hospitals, because as you know that I've worked at the hospital for years.
yeah,
I have friends who are nurses and doctors,
hmm
and so I get the info straight from the inside.
right,
Um, so from what I'm hearing is that this has been going on since the beginning of this plague, right?
right,
Whenever somebody goes in to these hospitals and they have been tested and diagnosed with the plague,
hmm
they're automatically given the needle. We're not going to say the names of any. We're going to
right.
say plagues and needle. Okay, so from what I'm gathering, from what I'm hearing, coming straight from the horse's mouth,
hmm
okay, is that if you um, start having some type of symptoms that is related to the plague, you take yourself to the hospital.
hmm
They give you the tests, and they suspect that you have the plague, and
right.
you are now in their care. You are automatically given the needle, right?
Okay.
Um, Now we know now, based on the information that is being given out by the CDC. Oh boy, I shouldn't have said that word. By these big corporations, right? We know based on those information that what some of the side effects are from these needles, right? And
hmm
so I'm asking you to like tell us what you experienced after you got out of the hospital. Like what was some symptoms that you experienced?
Okay. I felt needles in my feet, like it was pins of needle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I couldn't walk. Okay. Um, I didn't really have control over my legs. My family had to move my legs. Like if I wanted to
So
go a
they were
certain,
completely numb.
yes,
Uh-huh.
there were. I didn't really have control. Okay, I would say I only have maybe 15% of control of my legs.
Hmm.
15 to 20%. I couldn't really move it. Like if I wanted to move it to the left, I couldn't do it.
Hmm.
Or if I want to, like I used to do, one of the exercises I used to do is leg lifts, and I couldn't even do one leg lift.
Okay.
So these are the things that I could not do at all.
Let me ask you, do you believe that you were given the needle while you were there?
Um, I say I don't think so but I'm not sure. You know what? I can't be sure, and I can't say I no, I didn't. But the one reason why I say no is because they will look to monitor me. They don't want. They want to leave somebody. free what they give the vaccine to, because really, I mean, they don't want to lose that information. So if they did give me any needle or something like that, um, they will they would look to monitor me. Maybe they monitor me now, maybe not. I don't
Now,
know.
the reason I'm asking you is because I was told that that was standard protocol.
Mm,
I was told that is standard protocol, that once you are in there, it is automatically given. And this information was told to me by medical staff who themselves has administered the needle to these
mm.
patients since last year, since the beginning of this thing. Patients who have come in, this is standard protocol for them to be given the needle to these patients since last year. That's what I was told. So that's why I'm asking you. I'm
Well,
being told that this is standard protocol.
I was told I was given steroids. Okay,
Right.
that's what they were
Now,
telling me they were giving me.
the
Okay.
problem is that the patient doesn't know what they're getting.
No, I can't say what I'm getting. I am only ask them when am I get them. I mean, anytime they put a needle to my arm, I
Mm-hmm.
ask them
You ask them what it
if it's
is.
that. Right.
Right.
So, and they told me, oh, this is steroid, and they told me what name it is. And I say this, my wife was on the phone with my children. They were on there, so they heard what they were giving me. So
Mm-hmm.
really, they didn't come off the phone. So I don't know if they did give me anything. I'm not sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't testify in court and say
I hear you.
that they did.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm up. I would say this: if they did give me anything, um, I don't think I'll be able to run no more. I
I
I
hear you.
feel that I'm running now, and I think that needle is dangerous than they're letting on to be, but that's speculation right now. I
Right.
don't know um, if it's true or not, but there's a lot of famous doctors are saying that it is something wrong with it. So who knows? They're not
Now,
telling us.
when you got out the hospital, what did you do to get yourself back together? What did you? Maybe
Well, my
somebody who's watching might want to
well,
what exactly? What? Uh huh.
one of the things I did is you have to get up and walk and move around. And one of the things is my girls and my wife took me out every day and let me try to do sprints. It was because she had a camera and see how I was moving because I couldn't really move that fast at the
Mm-hmm.
time. So they would, while they're doing their workout, I would walk
Mm-hmm.
and just keep walking around doing
What
exercise.
about any type of diet change? Any type of medication you
Well,
took?
I
Any
didn't eat.
type of
Actually, I
whatever?
didn't eat. I didn't eat really nothing. I had um, spinach and potatoes and fish for at least 3-4 months.
Okay.
That's all I was eating.
All right. But
So
you're back up and running again. Everything, you're feeling better
thank
now.
God, thank God.
Okay. Okay.
It's
So
um
let me ask you a question, my brother Hammer. Because I know you probably have to go now. And I have to go myself.
yes,
Let me
yeah, yeah.
ask you: is there any advice that you would give to anyone, right? Who who's watching? Um, Anybody who's feeling sick? Would you say, hey, just would you advise them to go to the hospital, or what would be your advice given your situation, or you don't have any advice?
Well, first thing I would do is pray. The second thing, the second thing I would do is see where God is taking me. Because I'm gonna say this: I can't tell people not to go to the hospital because if they don't have nobody like you, okay, that knows herbal stuff. If they don't have nobody around or some medical people, the only place they can go is the hospital. I'm saying if they know somebody like you or some medical people or anything, I tell them not. I would say check your options out before before you decide to go to the hospital. I wouldn't say go, but if you don't have nobody to tell you what's wrong with you or to do anything to get all that stuff out of you, I will go to the hospital. I mean, what else you gonna do? I
Do
mean,
you
you can't.
do you regret going to the hospital?
I regret going to the hospital, but
Mm-hmm.
that's me because I knew a lot of people that knows, cures, and yeah, me, I regret going to the hospital because of that. But I don't regret because God sends you places that you must go, and in that terms, that's why I would say I do regret, but don't regret. If it was my choice, um, and I had to know what I had of what I know now, no, I would you go another way and get a second choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing wrong with a second opinion. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Second opinion is if you get second, third, fourth, because as you see, a whole bunch of doctors are arguing, okay, from each side.
Right.
This is why people are confused right now. They're
Nah, well,
totally confused
hmm,
because of what they're putting out there. Some doctors say no, some doctors say yes, but you got to look at the facts,
it's called organized chaos.
right? But if you look
Um,
at facts, if you look at the facts, it will help you better.
right.
Now, for instance, we say the sheet that you put around your face, the sheet.
Right.
Okay, some people say the sheet works, and some people not. Now, if you go and you can
That's
do
what
your
you
own,
call it, the sheet. Right.
listen, if you can go and they say, okay, the sheet works. You go in the bathroom and you can do your own little experiment. Okay, what they're saying is droplets from the plague. You can put droplets of water and see if it goes through. Now,
Right.
if the droplet of water goes through, how's that protecting you?
Brother,
This is
we could
what
sit
I'm
here all day and all this stuff here. You know. So let me ask you one more question. When you got out of the hospital, you know, your wife called me. Your wife your wife
saying.
called me. Tell the people one of the things that you did that kind of start to get you back up and running.
Okay, one of the things you sent us some stuff that I started taking.
You probably
Okay,
don't even know what I sent you because you you were out of it.
I'm gonna tell you this. Whatever you said, man, I forgot. Yeah, I did forget some of the
I
things that you,
know because you were,
but
yeah.
but it also was a godsend too. It was something that helped me. Thank God, And another thing I did was take a fusion of vitamin C.
Yeah.
That's another thing I did.
Hmm.
And another thing I did was that's why I did a lot of herbal stuff that worked a whole lot. And then peroxide I took too.
Yeah.
So these things,
One of the thing I sent you was the parasite cleanse.
yes, you know what? Now that you say that, I remember
Hmm.
that
I know. It was
now. I
bitter, wasn't
remember.
it? Yep. That's one of
You,
the things. That's one of
brother, you know that bitter don't bother me.
the. I
I
know.
don't care if it's bitter.
I know.
It doesn't bother me to be bitter. If it's something that's good for me, I'm past age now that it got to be sweet and nice.
I
You don't
hear
have
you.
you
Yeah.
don't got sweet and nice no more. And you want
Yep.
sweet and nice, a lot of times it's bad for you.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah.
why bitter doesn't bother me. That's
Yeah.
what God wants you to take. You take it. And I thank
Well,
God for it.
brother, I'm glad you're still here with us, man, because when I got that call from your wife, I was, I was scared. I was scared. I was really, really, really scared. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But
Well,
here you
I'm
are, you
glad.
live to tell the story.
I'm glad. Thank God I'm here. So
Yes,
God
sir.
wasn't ready for me to go. I'm glad you're here. Thank God. So, so I
Well,
mean,
I keep telling the people to take advantage of me while I'm here.
well, we all trying to. So we thank God for you. So I mean, I tell you one thing, it was an eye opening. It was experiences that I never experienced before. So I mean, I never was. The only time I was laid up in the hospital is when I had my knee injury, and that's the only time that I really stayed in the hospital. Oh, and when my daughter was sick.
Hmm.
But other than that, I never was hospitalized like that.
Were you so? How long? I just want to ask you, how long did they keep you on that ventilator thing?
I never did the ventilator.
Oh, you never did it. Oh,
No,
so you refused it.
refused it
Oh, okay,
completely.
okay. So you
I,
refused it.
I don't think you would. I don't think you would be talking to me right now if I was. If I said it was
Uh-huh.
okay. That's what I think. If
So
I
you did refuse it because you were not. So they didn't put you out because from what I'm hearing is that they're putting people out.
right,
They give you the drug to knock you out, and then they put you on a ventilator, so you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice to refuse.
well, I'm gonna tell you this. God was looking over me because I'm telling you this. I made a lot of noise,
Right. You speak
and
for yourself.
because right, and I told them, listen, I'm not going on a ventilator. I'm 100%, and I'm telling you, I'm clear to say, I'm not going on no ventilator.
I think a part of the problem. I think a part of the problem, Brother Hammer. I think a part of the problem is this, right? The people who see, everyone is not you. You are, an intelligent brother, and you have no problem speaking up for yourself. A lot of the time is that you have, especially black folks, they go into the hospital and they see these medical staff as gods, right? And they just pretty much just give their whole body to these people.
Right.
They don't speak up for themselves. They don't know how to reject certain things, so they go in there, and what these medical staffs are doing, the doctors, they're knocking you out first before they put you on this ventilator. That's what they're
Wow.
doing. So you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice because you're already knocked
Right.
out. Right.
That's why I don't want your family to
Thank
come in.
God
If your
you
family is
spoke.
there,
Huh?
yeah. That's why they don't want your family there.
That's why they don't want your
Your
family
family,
there. Right.
right?
I keep telling people that's one of the reasons they don't want your family in there, because they know what they're doing makes no sense. And if you have people in there to stand up for you, then it might go against what they're trying to do. But now you have a vulnerable patient in there who's scared. There's no family member around, so they are free to do whatever the heck they want with these people.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
thank God you were not incapacitated to where you were able to speak up for yourself and
yeah,
refuse what it is that they were trying to do to you.
yeah. They were very strange because they came in. 10 of them came in and they were like, "I said, what you doing? We're getting ready to put you under." I said, "No, you're not." I
10 of
said, "No,
them?
you're not." 10 of them.
Holy
I don't know
shit.
how many. I don't know how many of them were doctors. There were 10 people came in my room to
And so they're
convince
getting ready to put you under.
they were gonna put me under, and I
Even if
was like,
you weren't having any breathing problem.
even though I was having no breathing, but they said that, well, we're gonna put you under because your oxygen's 90s, and we got to get you to over 95. I said, well, just give me the oxygen because I'm not going under. I I said ventilator is for somebody that almost can't breathe, not somebody that is breathing. If you
Right.
can breathe by yourself, you don't need a ventilator. I mean, if you do the history, you will see that there's no way that you need a ventilator, okay, if you can breathe. They're not
Right.
going to put you on a ventilator. So I mean, you look at the past. The people that was on a ventilator could not breathe by themselves.
I know. I know.
So now,
There are
now
things
all
that
of
are
a sudden,
happening now that makes no sense. They're breaking protocol. They're doing things that has not been done in the medical system now. Shalom, Sister
well,
Kelly. Uh,
I think, uh-huh,
no,
I
go ahead.
think, I think, um, it's a lack of, it's like the Bible said, because of lack of knowledge, and not because of the medical field. It's because nobody questions anything what they do.
Yep.
And we live in the last republic, and a lot of people are not questioning shutdowns. They're not questioning. They're not questioning mandates. They're not questioning, is this guy telling the truth or not? They're not questioning, is this plague, how does it move? They're not questioning none of these things. So they're not questioning none of these things, and they just tell you just to take a jab. I mean, and you do it. You gotta look. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
You have to question everything. Any man, and I'd say this to people: men always get corrupted. We always get corrupted, no matter what. You look in the Bible, there's people that got corrupted that was with God. So if they got corrupted, what makes you think that anybody that you put in power are not going to be corrupted to do what they're doing?
Yes, sir.
Remember, they want population control. If they want population control,
Well,
how are they going to do it?
brother, we're not gonna get my channel taken down with that
All
conversation.
right,
I mean, we're not gonna get
all
my
right, brother.
channel taken down, brother. We're not gonna go there. We got to use the
All
code
right,
word. But
all
listen,
right.
my brother Hammer, thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate you coming on and sharing your. I wish people would. I wish other people would come on and share their experience, but I think a lot of people are just too scared, or they think what happened to them was normal. You know,
well,
whatever the case is. Thank you. I appreciate sharing your story with us. Thank you very much. You
well,
know,
God bless you and
well, thank
everybody
you
else,
too.
you know, and your family, you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, all right, Mona. We'll
All
talk.
right.
All right,
Okay. We'll talk later.
bye-bye.
All right. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. All
All
right.
right.
Bye. All right. All right. All right. All right. How's everybody doing? Sister Kelly, how you guys doing? Listen, if you guys have been in here and you haven't hit the like button, you are off. And I pray that you repent from your sin. Okay. Thank you. Um, Rebirth LG. Yes. Blessings to you. All right. Does anybody have any question before I go? Listen, before I go, let me share something before I go. I don't want to stay on here for too long because we've been on here now for about 50 minutes, right? Um, let me share something before I go. If for any reason, me personally, I am not here to tell a grown people, what to do with themselves, with their bodies. It's your body, your choice. You choose what you want to do, your household, you do what you want to do. Okay. Sister Malika is not here to tell you whether you should take a needle or not take a needle. Like this is a battle that y'all ain't. I'm not getting into that. You do whatever the hell you want with yourself. Okay, so don't come to me asking me, or where in the Bible does it say we need to do all this nonsense. We're not going to have that dialogue, okay? Because I'm not here for it. What I do, however, have is a little bit of solution for those of you who have made the choice, because life is about choices. That's what it boils down to, right? Life is about choices. You choose. So if you chose to take that needle, there are some consequences that comes with it. Sister Malika is not the one who's saying it now. I'm not saying it. You can go straight to the CDC. They have it there, okay? They're not even hiding what the consequences are anymore. If my husband and I did a live a couple of days ago, it's on his channel. I went down just a couple of the list of things, of the consequences that comes along with taking the needle. Blood clot. That's one consequence that comes with the needle. I'm not saying it. The people who are giving you the needle are saying it, okay? The people who are dying from it, the people who have experienced it. Blood clot, yes. Inflammation in the heart as well, okay? These are some of, we're talking about neurological problems, okay? Yeah, so again, you can go straight to their website. They have it on there. They're telling you that these are the consequences. I'm only repeating what they say. The very people who you're getting the needle from, they're the ones that are telling you what the consequences are. The blood clot is one of them. If you don't understand what blood clot does, blood clot stop your heart from breathing, from beating, okay? That's what it does. Hardening of the arteries, blockage of the arteries. That's one of the side effects, okay? What happened when your arteries get clogged up? It means that it restricts blood flow throughout your body. And what happened when you have a restriction in blood flow? You get a stroke or a heart attack, okay? So those are the consequences that comes with getting this needle. We're talking about no circulation throughout the body. And when there is no blood circulation, you die. You don't have to be a doctor to know this. This is common sense, okay? When you have the arteries and the veins that are blocked up, right, because of whatever they decide to put inside of you, you're going to get a stroke and a heart attack. That's just what it boils down to. I personally, I personally know 3 people who have taken the needle and have since been buried, okay? And the diagnosis, not the diagnosis, the autopsy, blood clot in the lung, blood clot in the heart, blood clot. Those were the results from the autopsy. All 3 of them, blood clot. Now, see, I'm just one person and I only know 3 people who have passed away after taking the needle, and all 3 of them blood clot. Okay. I don't know how many people you guys know, but I'm just letting you guys know that those are some of the consequences of taking this needle. Again, I'm not telling you guys what to do, your life, whatever. Okay. Your choice. Okay. However, if you have made a decision to take the needle, and now you want to maybe try to stop these blood clots. Yes, you can stop the blood clot. Yes, you can. You can try and clean up the arteries so you don't get the veins and the arteries from blocking up and stopping blood from flowing. You can do something to stop the blood from hardening, you see, and get the blood flowing again, okay? And if for those of you who give a damn about your health, I am going to share with you a program that is going to help you to unblock the arteries. This is a program that I have had for those of you who have been following me for God knows how long. This is a program that I've had for years, okay? A lot of you guys who are watching me right now probably have done it already, because a lot of you guys have gotten that program, right? I'm going to share my screen before I go, and I'm going to show you, if you have a family member, you have a friend, you have somebody in your family who have taken this needle, and they are, you hear the gentleman on that we had on just now. One of his symptoms when he got out of the hospital, in case for those of you who didn't hear him, he was getting a little tingling, like it feels like pins and needle in his leg, and like numbness, couldn't feel his leg. That is one of the side effects of the needle. Okay. Um, that's one of the side effects because that's what happened when your arteries are clogged up. Okay. Yeah. So let me share my screen here for a second before I go. Whoops. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay. So I'm going to take the link and share it in the chat, and this is only for those of you who give a damn about your health. The rest of you who don't, you don't believe what we're saying, you think we're just blowing smoke up your behind, you don't even have to be here. I don't care. All right. I'm talking to those of you who actually care. That's it. So I'm on the website Grassroot Botanicals. I'm going to share the link in the chat. Grassroot Botanicals. That's where I am. And I'm going to right here where it says herbal products. Okay. And we have a program here that we've had for quite a few years now. This is not a brand new program. This is a program that we've had here for years. Okay. And the program is called Unblocking the Arteries. All right. This program, let me read it for you and let you guys give me 1 second. Oh, artery unblocking program is designed to remove plaques and buildup from the arteries, increasing blood flow and promoting a healthy circulatory system. It helps to prevent blood clot, decreasing the chances of a heart attack and a stroke, and improve erectile dysfunction in men. Let me read it again for those of you in the back. Our artery unblocking program is designed to remove plaques and buildup from the arteries, increasing blood flow and promoting a healthy circulatory system, because that's where the blood flow. It helps to prevent blood clots, decreasing the chances of a heart attack and a stroke, and improve erectile dysfunction in men. Okay? A lot of brothers have done this program. Let me come back here and stop sharing my screen. I am going to share the link to that program in the chat. There it is right there. Like I said, here's the deal, right? Some of you guys might be watching. You probably don't even believe the brother. Because my husband and I did a live the other day, and there was people watching was like, yeah, whatever. We don't care. We're going to take the needle anyway. Here's the deal. No, Sister Crystal. Sister Crystal. Let me read it again for you. Give me 1 second. Let me read it again, because I don't want you guys to have any misunderstanding, okay? Let me read it again. Sister Crystal have a question for us. Let me read it again for you, Crystal. Our artery unblocking program is designed to remove plaques and buildup from the arteries. It increases blood flow and promote healthy circulatory system. It helps to prevent blood clot. It decreases the chances of a heart attack and a stroke. And it also improves erectile dysfunction in men. You got it, Crystal? This is for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, and if you have arteries, which we all do, it's for you. All right. Yeah. That's a program that's always been there. It's not new. Okay. People have been doing it for years. It's been helping brothers with, who suffer from, ED. It's been helping people who have cholesterol problem. It's been helping people with diabetes. A lot of people have been doing this program. It's been there for years. Okay. So, like I said, some of the side effects that people seem to be having from this needle, this program can help fix, because obviously some of the program, Sister Kelly, you're killing me. Some of the side effects obviously is hardening of the arteries, and blood clot. Okay. So that's unfortunate. All right. And like I said, sorry guys, I'm reading the chat. Like I said, I know why I'm still sharing the screen. Yeah. Y'all let me lose my thoughts here. The food we eat. Well, yeah, it's the food we eat. And, listen, here's the deal, right? Today's topic was really about the plague. And I had the brother on here. The program that I just showed you guys, it's not just for people who took the needle. It's for anybody who's having people with diabetes should be on that program, because you're at risk for a heart attack and a stroke. Okay, if you think you have a high risk of getting a heart attack or a stroke, if you, for example, the tingling in the leg, that's just one of the symptoms of the needle, but you don't have to get the needle to have tingling in the leg. That's simply a sign that you're having issue with the arteries. You see what I mean? And people with diabetes have those symptoms. That's the point I'm trying to make. So if you have diabetes type 2, I can't help you with type 1. We can't fix it. Your pancreas is done. Sadly, you got to stay on your medication, make sure you're eating the right food, and try to stay alive. But if you're struggling with type 2 diabetes, I suggest you get on that program, because you can fix type 2 diabetes. Okay. Get off the junk food, man. Get off the junk food. Go exercise. All right. I have a book here. Don't have it with me. I have a book here from a doctor, right? And one of the warnings that the doctors are giving to his patients is that obese patients, I've said this the other day, patients who are obese are at high risk for ending up in these emergency room on ventilators. I didn't say it. The doctor said it. The doctor says if you're obese, if you're overweight, you're at a higher risk of ending up in these hospitals and being put on ventilators. I've said this quite a few times, okay? Because you and the elderly are the two, what I like to call it. You guys are like, walk. You guys are the targets. You guys are the two targets, the elderly and the obese people. You guys are targets for these hospital, these emergency room. So exercise. I cannot say that enough. I get up, I go out there, I exercise, I take pictures of myself, I do videos, I try to post it in my group, I try to just try to motivate you guys to get up and exercise, but I don't know if it's working. You know what I mean? You can beat a dead horse and it's not going to get up because it's dead. So, yeah, you have to want to live. You have to want to fight. If you're 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, you're still young. You know what I mean? You can have good quality of life if you take care of your health. This channel is mostly a health channel, right? And this is what I talk about here. It doesn't attract a lot of people because most Black folks are not really concerned about their health until shit hits the fan, right? Let's just be honest here. Most Black folks don't give a rat's behind about their health until shit hits the fan. And then they run to the emergency room. They run straight to the white man. I've seen it. I've seen it in this troop too. A lot of people in this troop, soon as they start getting sick, what's the first thing they do? Straight to the ER. Everything else go out the window. The Bible, God, the herbalists, everything natural, everything else. Oh, white man, where are you? Please save me. It's the first thing they do. Everything else goes out the window, man. I'm talking to you guys in the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. It's the first thing you do. You start getting a little headache, a little scratchy throat, a little whatever. You start feeling a little weak, a little dizzy, whatever. And the first thing you do is you run to the emergency room. Everything else goes out the window. Your faith, right? You have no more faith. You don't believe in God anymore. You don't believe in nothing else anymore. Right to the doctor, to the ER. With a white man to save you. I ain't telling you not to go. I'm not telling you not to go. But what I'm saying is prevention is better than a cure. Our grandmother's been telling all this, telling this to us since we were born. Prevention is better than a cure. How do you prevent these things from happening? By doing things that is going to benefit your health every day. Every day. Every day. You get up, you exercise, you eat right, you take care of yourself, you drink lots of water, you cleanse the body, you take the herbs that the Most High gave you that is going to help heal your cells, your tissues, your blood, your organs, right? Just saying. Just saying. Anybody have any questions before I go? I'm going to go now. We've been on here for a little bit over an hour. Yeah, spend less money on preventing than going to the ER. Yeah. I mean, I've had people call me with a toothache, right? I'm like, okay, this is what you need to do. And they get so scared, they run straight to the ER. A freaking toothache, for God's sake. Put some clove oil on it. You got an abscess, you got the tooth is, the gum is inflamed, right? Clove oil. Yes, clove oil. The clove oil is going to get in there and it's going to suck up that whatever is in there. Trust me. Okay? Yeah. Chronic fatigue and dizziness. I don't know what Georgia Dawkins. What's fatigue? Sounds like are you low in iron? Are you low in? Do you have an iron deficiency? A lot of the times, let me say this before I go. A lot of the times, a lot of our problem could be fixed if we supplement. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't believe in supplements, but if you're not going to eat the right foods, at the very least, try to supplement and cleanse. You have to cleanse and supplement. A lot of us are suffering from iron deficiency. Iron deficiency. If you're very low in iron, you're going to experience fatigue and dizziness. Okay? Happens to me once in the past. Didn't even know what was happening to me. I get tested, they run all the tests. My iron was extremely low. Extremely. Fatigue, always tired. My hair was falling out. You know what I mean? Oh, you sit down, you get up, you're dizzy, or you're walking, you're dizzy. My iron was extremely, extremely low. A lot of you guys are not going to the doctor. Your primary care. You need to establish a relationship with your primary care doctor, a black one preferably. They care more. Not all of them. Some of them are sellouts. But see if you can find one that care. Establish a relationship with your primary care doctor, okay? Have them test all of your levels, your vitamin D levels, your vitamin this level, your iron level, all of that, right? 9 times out of 10, you're probably suffering from iron deficiency, okay? I currently take a liquid iron called Floradix. It's iron and herb, okay? And that has been very wonderful for me. I'm not, I don't have it here. But I'm not advertising anything, but the brand is called Floradix. Floradix. Okay, I got it at the vitamin shop. It is in the form of liquid. If you're taking any supplements, you need to take it in liquid form. All right. The tablets is not going to help you. Okay. So you might want to get on that. It took me about this was years ago. It took me about 2 to 3 months for my iron to get back up to where it was supposed to be. Okay. Yeah. Floradix, Floradix. Yep. Well, there you go. A lot of you guys are not cleansing, right? And when you do take these supplements, you take them in the form of tablets. They don't work in tablets, okay? And you have to be consistent. So you need to cleanse. The first thing you need to be doing, listen, let me tell you guys something. If you are deficient in any type of nutrients, iron, vitamin D, whatever, right? And you just start taking them, they're not going to work until you do a cleanse, because the body is not going to absorb them properly until you cleanse. You cannot, it's like pouring wine into a dirty glass. Okay? You got to clean the glass out first. So what you need to do is a cleanse first, and then you begin to put all those goodness in there so the body can absorb it better. Okay? I'm going to share my screen again and give you a very simple cleanse. For those of you who might, Sister Kelly, you know what I'm going to show them, right? Here's a simple cleanse that everybody can do. Let me show you guys. Very simple. Go to the website, Grass Root Botanical, and here it is right here. It is the gallbladder and liver cleanse right here. Here it is. Okay, I am going to share the link in the chat. You can copy and paste it right now. I'm going to copy and paste the link and share it in the chat for you guys. I am on the website Grassroot Botanicals, and I am looking at the gallbladder cleanse and gallbladder and liver cleanse. Okay, I'm sharing it in the chat right now. There we go. And the reason I'm sharing that cleanse is because it is generally just one of the easiest cleanse to do, and it is very effective. That particular cleanse, for those of you who've never done it, it helps to break up gallstones. That's why it's called gallbladder and liver cleanse. Okay, it helps to break up gallstones. For those of you who have gallstones, there are tons and tons of people who are walking around with gallstones and don't even know it. Okay, I've had people who have done the cleanse, didn't even know they had gallstones, and have past gallstones. They turn around, look at the toilet, and there are big chunks of gallstones in there because they've been walking around with it and didn't even know. You know, so that's a cleanse that you want to do often, every 3 to 4 months, because you don't want things to gradually build up in the system and just accumulate and sit there. Okay, that's a very good cleanse. It's a 3-day cleanse. All right, one of the simplest cleanse that I have there. No, you cannot do a cleanse once a week. Absolutely not. Only if you're on a protocol. You can't do a cleanse once a week. That's too much. Only if you're on a protocol. If you're on a specific protocol, then yes. If not, for example, I have a weight loss program on this website, right? You can still do the cleanse if you remove your gallbladder. Yes, you can, because it's also a colon cleanse as well, an intestinal cleanse. So you're cleaning out the colon and the intestine. It's cleaning up the liver. Okay. You know what? While I'm on here, let me share this. Let me share this again. While I have you guys here, right? A lot of you sister and some brothers were asking me about this right here. I'm going to show you guys. I totally forgot about this. So here is the program right here. It is the weight loss program. It is a 30-day weight loss program that was created. It's been on there for a little while. For those of you who've been asking for the weight loss program, this is it right here. Okay, there it is. I'm going to copy and paste the link in the chat. This is a weight loss program that was carefully put together. Let me show you guys again. There it is. All right. So guys can see what it looks like when you come here. I am sharing the link in the chat. So, okay. So let me talk to you guys a little bit about that weight loss program. You're going to exercise on the program. Okay. So if you think you're just going to pop some herb and drop 10 pounds, it's not going to work. Okay. It is a weight loss program. Listen, if you guys are following me in my group on Facebook, you know that I work out 6 days a week. Okay. 6 days a week. So I'm not lazy. I get up and I work out. And I encourage people to work out. So I'm not going to create a program that's going to have people sitting on the behind doing nothing. Okay. So that that program have exercise in it. So if you're lazy, it's probably not for you. Okay. It has a dietary guideline in there for you to follow as well. It is structured. Okay. Um, yeah, you're gonna eat. You're just not gonna be eating no burgers and French fries. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna be eating healthy foods. You're gonna be drinking a lot. You're gonna be exercising. The exercises are not some crazy exercise because I know a lot of you guys probably haven't worked out in a while. So I made it easy for you, right? Exercises that's going to help you lose weight, but not so difficult. I'm sure you can do a couple of jump ropes. Okay. You can go to Walmart, buy a jump rope and do some jump ropes. Those are some of the exercises that I have there. It's really not that hard. You can go walk around the block for 30 minutes. It's not hard. Okay. So the exercises are not hard. But you will be exercising if you choose to go on the program. You will be cleansing once a week for 4 weeks. Okay. Though, so I wanted to answer the person who asked about cleansing once a week. Like I said, you cleanse once a week only if you're doing a protocol, and this program is obviously a protocol that calls for cleansing once a week. And the cleanse once a week is mainly for a woman or brothers, but people who have a high stomach, big stomach. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't realize that have these big stomach. A lot of the times you have things just sitting in your gut. Do you guys know that when Elvis Presley died, they found over 40 pounds of waste in his intestines? Over 40 pounds. You guys can go look it up. Over 40 pounds of poop in his intestinal organs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are walking around with poop in their gut, because you guys know you have a long intestines. Your intestine is long, right? All that waste is just compact in your intestines, and it's making your gut big. And because you guys are not cleansing, your stomach is just getting more extended and more extended. And that's why a lot of men and women are just walking around with these big guts, because you guys are not cleansing, and you have these, and a lot of you guys are just eating late at night and going straight to bed. And where do you think all that food is going? And you only pooping ever so often. You're not pooping, regularly. So there's a lot of reason why you're having issues with these big guts, and also digestive problems. Every day you get up, your stomach is hurting you, right? If you get up every day and your stomach is cramping and hurting you, you have a problem. You have a problem and you need to address it. If you don't know what to do, give me a call. Okay. So that 30-day weight loss program, you're not going to see a miracle in 30 days. You will lose weight if you are consistent and if you put the work in. But it is really supposed to be a kickstart. It's a kickstart. You're supposed to continue the journey. I'm helping you to kickstart it. That's what I'm saying. What that program is doing is helping you to kickstart your weight loss journey, right? Because a lot of people simply don't know how to start. So what I'm doing is helping you to start it. Okay. All right. No, he needs this. I'm so he climbs more often. Is he bigger? Wait. No, Crystal, no. He should, if he's going to do it, he has to follow the protocol. No. So this is why we don't recommend cleansing every week. Like if you're not on a protocol, I don't recommend cleansing every week, because when you cleanse, you are eliminating bad bacteria from the gut, but you're also eliminating the good bacteria from the gut as well, right? And we need the good bacteria. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bad flora in the gut, right? Yeast infection and dandruff and stuff like that. We don't want that, right? So this is why we recommend that when you are on these cleanse, you have to take probiotics every day. probiotics. You have to take probiotics when you're going on a cleanse. Write this down and don't forget it. When you're cleansing, you need to be taking probiotics because you want to be able to put back the good bacteria in the gut. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Last question, and then I'm gone. Been on here for too long. Any more question before I go? I'm going to leave now. All right. If you don't have any more questions, I am going to go. So, hey, like I said, man, if you guys have taken the needle, get on that program, because the last thing you need is to, get these blood clot and don't know what to do. All right. It's real out here. I'm not, listen, here's the deal, right? I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help. Okay. And when we started that group, the name of the group on Facebook is Healthy Hebrews, Rebirth, LB, Healthy Hebrews. When we started the Healthy Hebrew group, that was just, me on there sharing information about herbs and, things that I grew up doing as a little girl back home in the Caribbean, just sharing a part of my lifestyle and my culture. And, people started asking more questions and, hey, where do we get these things from? Where do we get these herbs? Blah, 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 blah. And that's actually what prompted me to start selling the herb, because people were coming to me asking me for these herbs and why don't you sell them? How can we get them from you? So on and so forth. And so I wanted to make them available to you guys, so that's just how that goes. So the information I'm giving you, a lot of this information I'm giving you are things that I personally do or have personally done in the past. I haven't always been healthy. One of the reasons that prompted me to do this is because I've been sick in the past. I'm a recovering asthma patient. Some of you guys may know. I've had parasites. You guys have watched my video and listened to me tell my I'm not answering any call right now, guys. A lot of you guys have watched my video and listened to me tell my story about the parasite that was removed from my body, right? So these are personal stories. Boy, that was embarrassing, wasn't it? That was very embarrassing for me to sit in front of this camera and talk to you guys about, okay? But that was a real thing that happened to me. I was about 12 years old and, had that parasite. Yeah. I didn't believe that parasite was real until that day. They are real. Okay. I've had them removed. So my experience, I try to share with you guys. Okay. As embarrassing as they might be, sadly. Okay. I've had low iron. Yes. For the person who asked about, fatigue and whatnot, you might very well be suffering from low iron. Okay. Yeah. So I try to come on here and share my stories with you guys. I have nothing to, I try to be very open with you guys. All right. So I base these program off of personal experience and things that actually works for me and my family. Okay. That's just what it is. All right. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Okay. And we will talk later. Thank you again. And if you didn't hit the like button, may the Most High, bless you anyway. Listen, share the video. If you didn't hit the share button, you are off. I'm telling you to repent right now. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.